Man, Carcino was right again. Can this guy ever be wrong? Jeez. Right again. Did I not predict the Boston Celtics would be in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals before they had Kyrie Irving? Yep, I did. Yep, I did. What else did I predict? Golden State Warriors would be right back in the Western Conference Finals. Yep, I did. Yep, I did. Um, I said the Cleveland Cavaliers would get to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose to the Boston Celtics before they even had Kyrie and everything. Yep, I did. Yep, I did. And I said the Houston Rockets would be playing the Golden State Warriors. And it happens to be in the Western Conference Finals. Yep, I did. Yep, I did. And I said one of these teams aren't going to make it this year. And I picked Cleveland to be the ones to go home. Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. It has a better ring to it. Now I know what you're going to say. How, Carcino? How did you predict this? You predicted the final four teams. Yet again, how is this guy right every year? It's sickening. It's like predicting wrestling matches. Would you be upset if I was to predict who was going to win the title, who was going to come in out the locker room and hit who with the chair? It's kind of WWE was very easy to predict what was going to happen next. That's sort of how the NBA is now. You can almost predict what's going to happen next. So when you take that excitement of not knowing into effect out of the equation and look at it as a business, as the NBA is not a sport, it is a business. And you understand what's good for business, Boston still sells. And what could be better for business than LeBron James getting upset in the playoffs by Boston? Philly had a nice run, but man, they not Boston. They're not Boston. Boston brings the legacy, it brings the appeal, it brings marketing, it means white. Okay? That's what Boston means. White. White dollars. White people will watch Boston. And they gonna support Boston. Nobody wants to see Philly and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals. More brothers against brothers. We gotta have that pure whiteness in there. Boston. They could be all black on the court. Long as Boston, that city is up there, and Celtics, that just mean white. That's what it means to them. And the people of Boston support it. And that's what the NBA needs. They need Boston. Now that Boston is right back in the fix, Kyrie's on the sideline. He ain't playing, but they're going to try to milk that story anyway. Old line versus young line. Press will eat it up. Now they got Terry Rozier, Keith Murray's illegitimate kid. Now you got a situation now where I'm trying to think. What if they put Cleveland in there against the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals? Would that shock me? Would that surprise me? It would do both. I don't see that as a great NBA Finals. I probably would throw something through my television set to see that happen. So I know what you're gonna say next. How can the Celtics beat them without Kyrie Irving? Have they beat them without Kyrie Irving before? Yeah, I think so. Um, they play as a team. They move the ball. They have very confident scores. They can take people off the dribble. On the back, they back end players can definitely take people off the dribble and create baskets when they need to. Big Al plays out on the top of the key, so you could play a small guard on him. Where what crippled Philly was Joel Embiid. Yeah, he couldn't be stopped on the blocks, but when you got guys who can't guard on the back end, you can't guard those back end players. You having trouble when they can take Bellinari off the dribble, and all those guys are great, players when they have rhythm to shoot. But defensively, they're gonna put a lot of pressure on the guys in the post because all those guys can cross and get by. And that's why the rookie had such a good game because he was going to have no problem getting the ball and getting an open shot. Cleveland is going to be a little bit more contestable, but we'll look at possible lineups because this is going to be a battle of wits. Instead of it being the Celtics, it's going to be Brad Stevens versus LeBron James. That's where the NBA is going to swing it. So they're going to go from there. The mind of Brad Stevens is the smartest guy we've ever met in our lives. Plus, he's white. Can this white coach defeat LeBron James? Does he have the strategy? It's got him here, John. Brad Stevens is a great coach. He's a great coach because he thinks defensively, defense to offense. So he's very good strategically at strategizing and taking strengths away on the court, lessening turnovers. That's how you beat Cleveland. Okay, you beat Cleveland by executing. And if you execute, the flaws are there. Cleveland flaws are right there. They can't defend. Everybody knows they cannot defend. Quit playing to their strength. Toronto was scared and a bunch of little slap jawed ussies. They couldn't do nothing. They cowered up and faded. So naturally, they deserve the sweep they got. But it's going to come down to strategy. And we'll go through that later. I'll do a prediction as we get close. And I'll explain to you how Boston can beat Cleveland. I'm out.